Alright, welcome to the next video in this simple basic 3ds Max 2014 tutorial series. This time we're going to cover basic modifiers. So modifiers are kind of confusing. Pretty sure 3ds Max is one of the only 3D modeling programs that has it. So essentially you sort of apply a certain effect to your object with a modifier. So let's go to the modifier tab, which is that little rainbow in a square tab. And right now we have, from the last tutorial, just this chunky weird object. And so we've actually already added a modifier, but it's so simple that I wouldn't have it in this tutorial, which is the editable edit poly modifier, which just allows us to move things around, move vertices, faces, and stuff. So let's add a new modifier. I always have a lot of fun doing just smoothing things to a stupid point in 3D modeling programs, just because it looks cool. So you can scroll down to TurboSmooth. TurboSmooth will give you this ability. So now we've made some type of weird hammer. That's cool. So we can do multiple iterations. An iteration is essentially how many times it's been smoothed. So we can smooth it to make a impractically large, disgusting amount of polygons in our scene. So let's just say we're going to do 2. So that is something that I like doing a lot, is smoothing stuff. It's not something you want to do if you are trying to keep your polygon count low, though, whatsoever. Okay, so other modifiers. Another one which is pretty cool is the displace modifier. So this essentially, it's sort of like a bump map that works within actual 3D space. It actually moves around the points in your model, so it'll actually affect your vertices. So let's delete that and create a plane, and let's make the plane have quite a few segments. So let's just do 400 by 400. All right, so now let's go and make it an editable poly. Actually, we might not even have to. Let's just go straight to displace. Okay, so now that we've got displace, see here, the reason I did that was to create enough points so that a displace map could actually have some definition when it's applied. So put our displace modifier by going to the modify tab and on the drop down menu down to displace. So in order to get a certain displace image, we want to go and grab a bitmap. So let's say we want to do, here's a bark one. I think this comes with 3ds Max. And let's just pop that on. Let's just pop that on there. So now we have a actual program. We can actually program the displace. So we're telling it to create sort of like a bark to take the data points in that image and actually turn them into 3D with this displace. And a lot of times it ends up chunky and weird, but it's really cool for making that. Like I've just made some type of Martian alien terrain right now instantly. And there are maps that are specifically made for displacing. They're sort of smoother. They're not going to get chunks like this you can find on the internet. And yeah, so that's your basic modifiers. And thank you for watching. All right.